A very good morning, everyone. It is an honorable moment for our university to have the prestigious presence of you dignitaries in today's colloquium. May I please hereby request the dignitaries to kindly commence the festivities by the lighting of the lamp before Ma Saraswati. I request the honorable dignitaries to please grace the distinguished dais. For the smooth conduction of this colloquium, we request everyone to please silence or turn off your cell phones during the session. Food is prohibited and maintaining silence will be appreciated. We humbly request you to stay respectful towards the speakers, fellow attendees, coordinators and volunteers. For the purposes of this event, we remind you to wear your ID cards and try to make the session more enjoyable and informative for all with your active participation. Due to some last-minute exigencies, our Vice Chancellor, Sir Professor Dr. Dilip Uke, couldn't be present with us today for this colloquium. However, he has ensured the smooth facilitation of this colloquium and has supported us with all the necessary support. While you start your day with your phones, you automatically utilize a wide range of artificial intelligence features. The smart lock to open your phones with either a pattern controlled by AI or a face recognition pattern-based locking system to unlock your smartphone device. From onboarding new customers and checking their identity to countering fraud and money laundering, AI is in the charge. Want a loan? An AI-powered system will assess your creditworthiness and decide. From filtering out spam emails to helping the trains run on time, AI is everywhere. I, Aishwarya Pandey, have the immense joy and exultation to extend to you all a very warm welcome on behalf of Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, on our first colloquium on artificial intelligence, Fintech and Metaverse in collaboration with Aegis Institute of Data Science and Cybersecurity, Mumbai. Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, established in the year 2014, is one of the premier national law universities in India. Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, is the Chancellor of this university, who not only guides us but also inspires the institution with his novel ideas and rich experiences in the field of law. Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Dilip Uke, a renowned academician in law with varied experience in teaching and research, is our luminary. Our pillar, our registrar, Professor Dr. Anil G. Veryat, supports us through his vast network resources and administrative legal practice experience. There's no denying that the field of technology is booming today. Our machines grow faster and smarter every year. Who can say what AIs will be capable of in the next 5 years or 10? How close are we to creating a true race of machines, capable of everything that we are, or maybe much more? No one knows for sure. Maybe it's all just fantasy, or maybe, just maybe, we're busy building our own future conquerors. The subject of today's colloquium is about something that is smarter than we are, moving at a speed which is 1,000 times faster than we can think, digesting information 1,000,000 times more than we can. It is a software that writes itself, updates itself, and renews itself autonomously using its own brain. We are going to talk about Fintech, Metaverse, and artificial intelligence and its influence upon human rights issues concerning affixation of liability. What better day could it be than today, the Human Rights Day, to have a discussion upon the questions involving artificial intelligence and its influence upon the human rights. We are very glad to see such overwhelming participation of the audiences present here today, in person as well as online. I, on behalf of Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, welcome the distinguished speakers and the chief guest, Advocate Prashant Mali sir, for coming to today's program. We are delighted to have you with us today, sir. I now request our Head of Department, Post-Graduation, Dr. Anand N. Raut sir, to kindly deliver the welcome address and lay down the vision of today's colloquium, Decoding the Technological Advancements.
Thank you. Thank you, Aishwarya. Good morning all. I am here on behalf of Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Dilip Uke to welcome you all. As she rightly pointed out that because of certain exigencies, VC sir could not be here with us, but he has ensured that all the arrangements to conduct the program are at place, and he has carefully planned it up in association with Aegis School of Data Security. First and foremost, I consider it my privilege to welcome Advocate Dr. Prashant Mali, renowned international cyber law expert, Mr. Bhupesh Daheria, CEO, Aegis School of Data Security, Professor Dr. Anil Varyat, Registrar, National Law University, Mumbai, Mr. Jayant Rajurkar, Professor Kishu Daswani, whose sessions we are eagerly waiting for, and faculty members, and most importantly, all the participants who have joined us in both online and offline mode. Maharashtra National Law University, established under the Act of 2014, is one of the premier law universities in India, and as the Act envisages the National Law University in Maharashtra to impart advanced legal education and promote society-oriented research in legal studies for the advancement of societal life of the people in the country. The prime goal of the university being to disseminate the advanced legal knowledge and processes of law amongst the students and impart them in the skills of advocacy, legal services, law reforms, and make them aware and capable to utilize these instruments for social transformation and development. In furtherance of these goals and aims that we have organized today's colloquium. I must say that the university has not looked back since its inception and has witnessed unprecedented growth story since Professor Dr. Dilip Uke has headed it. Be it offering of various master's or bachelor's programs, diplomas, establishing research centers, organizing of conferences, workshops, seminars, training program, research projects, colloquium like today's, national and international collaborations, and the list goes on. This was supported by a vast network of resources, administrative, academic, legal, practice and experience of our Registrar, Professor Dr. Anil Variat. And with these leading the ship, no feat looks unachievable. Today's colloquium is on artificial intelligence, fintech and metaverse. I won't be taking much of your time because I know you are eagerly waiting for the session. There was a brick and mortar mode of commerce earlier. Today we are suggested with the stocks that we can buy, the timings, and even the payments happens, and even the returns are paid. And as our Bhupesh sir always says that we always think of these technologies in stylo, but they are not. So all this is happening in fintech, AI and metaverse coming together and working together. So with that, I know that you have been eagerly waiting for the sessions. I again welcome you all. I welcome the staff, the organizing team of my university, and I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor and Registrar Sir for shouldering me with this pleasant opportunity to welcoming you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Without further ado, I would now introduce our chief guest for today's colloquium, Advocate Dr. Prashant Mali, sir. Sir is the only distinguished cybersecurity, cyber law and privacy expert lawyer in India to have Masters in Computer Science, Masters in Law and PhD in International Cyber Law and Cyber Warfare with prior working experience in the field of networking and IT security. With more than 25 years of experience in litigation and counseling, he is India's top cyber and privacy lawyer with many landmark cases to his credit. He has been awarded as Best Cybersecurity Lawyer in 2017 and with the National Cyber Defense Award in 2019. He has been interviewed by leading channels and quoted by leading newspapers across the world. He is a well-applauded international keynote speaker in conferences, seminars, and summits. Published author of 8 books, his specialities include arguing legal counsel and advisor for cyber law and cyber security, privacy laws, adjudication, cybercrime lawyer, data privacy, cloud computing, fintech, etc. He provides expert opinion in matters ranging from source code theft, data theft, email hacking, domain name dispute, online defamation, trademark copyright, and fintech legal compliance. He professionally trains various boards and senior management on topics like cybersecurity and data protection. Sir, it is our honor to have you with us today and be a part of our initiative. We are truly inspired by your contributions. I now request our Registrar Sir, Professor Dr. Anil G. Variat, to kindly felicitate our chief guest with a memento as a token of respect. I now request our chief guest, Advocate Prashant Mali sir, to kindly deliver the chief guest address.
Good morning, everybody, and good morning to dignitaries on the dash and on the front rows. So, artificial intelligence is everywhere. That's my opening statement. So it is there in your pockets, it is there in the ACs, or it is there in the projectors, or it is there rather everywhere. So when something is existing everywhere, it will interfere in certain human rights. It will allow you to exercise certain human rights, and it will bring certain law and order problems. So artificial intelligence today has brought in certain issues when it gets coupled with civil infrastructure. So where is artificial intelligence? Now our government has implemented smart cities, smart city projects, and smart city projects have a lot of IoT devices. These IoT devices gather data left and right without any consent from the civilian citizens. So what is the issue an AI needs to address? There are various issues. Privacy is one of the issues. And India today not having any data privacy law, a personal data privacy law, makes things more complicated. So see, what is the issue today is, tomorrow India may have data privacy law, which obviously we're going to have. DPDP has been already in the public space for commenting. But what happens to the data which is already leaked? What happens to colloquial amount of personal data, including your Aadhaar card, your PAN cards? Now I want to bring Fintech in between. Now Fintech has such amount of, humongous amount of your data, including your PAN card related data and Aadhaar related data. How are they? There are data companies which actually provide data for KYC related confirmation. So nowadays these online fintech confirmations happen, online fintech onboarding of customers happen at a rapid pace. Why? Because KYC related data is present with some data provider which on your behalf gives them data. So you don't have to give them data. Like first we provide your Aadhaar card, provide your PAN card. Now there are data providers. Once your photo is taken, or once your video is taken, or your name is put as your name has been keyed in, rest all is sucked up from a paid service, and your KYC is done. And this is rapid, at rapid space. Because of this, our society is facing this mammoth loan frauds. This loan frauds where people are committing suicide. Where is it coming from? Why it is coming from? Because loans are given at breakneck speed. How it is given? Because KYC is done at real time. When for 10,000 rupees, people end up in paying 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees. And when they are not paid, they get, people are following up with them, and they're calling their relatives, they're calling their neighbors, because that data is also leaked. So we were handling one case, I suppose in Thane court, where the man was arrested and he was from a company. The company was providing details of the loan, person who has taken loan, and details of the person, of the neighbors, of the relatives, of the people in his village, and of all his wife's relatives. So what was the modus operandi? They will call up the wife's relatives, they'll send messages to wife's relatives and harass them for this 20,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees loan. And if the person is going to get married, they also knew this. So such amount of data when you have with this so-called Vasuli agents, they end up in harassing. Why this is? Because right now there is a lacuna in the law, lacuna in the implementation of existing law. So whenever such kind of colloquiums or seminars and conferences happen, we often deliberate that there is lacuna about law. But my point is different. My point is, we have laws, implementation is poor, political will is poor to implement our laws. How many laws you want to have all the time? People who say there are no laws are the tech people. They don't understand that the presence of law is there, or presence of law is not there. But even our IPC has so many sections which cover, as of date also, where there is lacuna. But we want new laws. We want new laws, and we want everything to be punishable. which is really very difficult. To be punishing people, you need policing infrastructure. When police will do their arrest, you need the jail infrastructure or the custody infrastructure. We are lagging everything. Now I want to give you one example. See, there are a lot of cryptocurrency matters happening across the country. Now, two lacunas. When they arrest a cryptocurrency guy, what does police do? If they find a cryptocurrency, the next thing is dapti, confiscation. Where do you confiscate? Do state of Maharashtra or any state for that matter have what is called as official crypto wallet? We don't have. Do police have crypto wallet to keep the confiscated cryptocurrency? They don't have. Now, what is the procedure? The moment you confiscate a cryptocurrency or any confiscation happens, it has to be with the permission of the court. And after the permission of the court, it is the property with the court. So, do courts have cryptocurrency wallet to hold it? We don't have. So, what happened? So, crimes even happened there. So, what did intelligent police officers did? They made their own wallet. And they kept all the money confiscated in their own wallet and sold it and became rich. Okay. And now, many police inspectors and ex-IPS officers are in jail. Why? And this happened not only in Maharashtra. In Gujarat it happened, in Himachal it happened, in Delhi it happened. So these are the actual lacunas which needs to be addressed at the bottom level, which we suppose that we are not addressing this. And I'll share a real life case. We were handling this fintech case of a CEO, and obviously I was arguing for his bail in the lower court. And because I was arguing, I could see the whole charge sheet. And in the charge sheet, police has cleverly written to the judge that we are going to formulate a cryptocurrency wallet and we are going to confiscate all the cryptocurrency from the arrested people and put it into that wallet. Who is owning that wallet? Police. Okay. What have they done? They have given only notice to the JMFC, that is magistrate. That magistrate didn't read it also. Magistrate has to pass an order, he didn't pass. Why? Because in CRPC, you have to bring to his notice. So he has been notified. But knowingly, unknowingly, he is made a party to it. Because it's there in the charge sheet. So when I was arguing in the bail, I made him aware that you know how much money you are holding. This is the amount of currency in, and the letter is there. Then I made him comfortable that you didn't pass any order. But yet the wallet is made. Money is there in the wallet. How are we going to address such kind of situations when, see, it is said that standards and law stifle innovation. So this is a very controversial saying. Laws stifle innovation. So how innovation happens? Innovation happens in a process called leapfrogging. Now what is leapfrogging? When there is a gap in law, innovators innovate without fear of law. So they innovate left and right because there is no law, no procedure, no rules, no policy. Innovation happens faster. How India became leader in IT? Laws didn't catch up. Laws caught up later. Okay. Today, 21 years of IT Act, we still talk about there is no awareness among citizens. So if we are talking after 21 years of awareness of citizens, imagine the privacy law which is scheduled to be coming. When will the awareness come of privacy? Because in our culture there is no privacy. In India, we are anti-privacy. हमारे यहाँ सब खुला है, We meet people and ask them, तुम्हारा बेटा किधर रहता है, बीवी क्या करती है, सब बता देते हम लोग. US में पूछ सकते हो क्या? Can you ask a European citizen कि where is your daughter, what is she studying? मतलब in India तो we go so deeper, पगार वगार भी पूछ लेते हैं. मतलब इन लोअर क्लास तो ऊपर की कमाई भी पूछ लेते हो, ऊपर का कितना कमाते हो. मतलब we just don't leave it. Except sex in India, nothing is private. Okay, and thanks to pornography and this snooping and hacked video cameras, most of that is also not private. And enthusiast couples who make their videos and then for revenge porn they put it online, so that also doesn't remain private. So privacy as a culture is a shock for India. No, we make a law, but culturally we are not private people. So how do we implement it? IT, for 21 years, IT law is still noise, alien to many people. Imagine the plight of privacy when we are an anti-privacy society. So same happens because of this leapfrogging. A lot of innovation is happening, but is it conductive to the society? Fintech innovation, startup, stand-up India, lot of innovation left and right are happening, but without the help of law, any tangible law which we need to have. So when it comes to fintech, when it comes to AI, when it comes to Metaverse, now I was reading one incident. There is an activist who reported that she was been raped in Metaverse. Now I'll tell you both the arguments. When she said I was raped in Metaverse, what was the rape all about? It was 4 or 5 avatars, okay, catching her as an avatar and raping her. That was the scene. And then asking her that, did you enjoy what happened and all that. So all that voice and noise made her psychologically really ill, and she went to the media and said, I was raped in a Metaverse. So her human rights, her rape in Metaverse, how do you explain a rape in Metaverse when the avatar is getting raped? Now what is another argument? The other argument immediately was, avatars don't have lower bodies. Actually, they have only upper body. So how can a rape be possible? So see the amount of social arguments, social fabric destruction, social laws and policies, and the way people may think further is grooming up. I'll just cite you one case which we keep handling a lot of cases, and then I'll stop for today. So because I touched artificial intelligence and fintech and metaverse, the case which I'm citing to you is about fintech. Now in fintech, see, majority of the jobs now available for engineers or law graduates are in around fintech and startups. Why? Because they come up with some innovation, some algorithm, some schemes where they require even lawyers to authenticate their agreements, their NDAs with partners, blah blah. So in fintech, the majority of the openings are there in the crypto and blockchain space, and obviously lifelong opening in investment space, okay, credit space that is called. But apart from this, apart from having a lot of opening in fintech, lastly, because students are there, now let me make you aware that when I started, we were called cyber lawyers, or we used to practice in cyber law, but now it is not a case. In cyber law, you have a lot of super specialities which you can actually specialize. So what are they? You could actually be an e-commerce lawyer, you could be a fintech lawyer, you could be a trademark and copyright lawyer in the cyberspace. You could do something in robotics, you could do something in autonomous vehicle related things, a lot of things discussed. You could do something in cyber insurance, only specific to cyber insurance. So lot of bifurcations of the field cyber law, and obviously 3 of them right now we have as our colloquiums part. One is AI, other is fintech, and third being your metaverse. So metaverse can be taken in itself and be made as a career when you're talking about metaverse. I know we did some project on metaverse, and everything we talked about metaverse when it comes to legal compliance and legal related things. Everything was new and everything got debated. Nothing was getting mapped to real life things. It was getting mapped but not making sense. So Metaverse is a completely different ball game where people are making their own lands, own properties, own NFTs, fungible tokens, and people are investing actual money. The problem is there, everything is virtual, but the money is actual. Money, also let me tell you, money is also virtual. Crypto it is, but the crypto is bought via actual money, actual hard-earned assets, but everything is virtual. Okay, so when you lose the money, your stress, tension is going to be physical. Okay, with that, I'll stop my today's deliberation. Thank you very much here. Thank you, NLE, for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. As sir has rightly pointed out that AI is everywhere, from your phones to your smartwatches, televisions, ACs, it's literally everywhere. He critically pointed out the privacy issues and the lacunas in the system involving consent and the entire regime. Leapfrogging and not stifling the innovation is definitely something to be pondered upon. The time to get sensitized of this issue is right now. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. I now introduce and welcome to you all our co-patron, Mr. Bhupesh Raheria, sir, who is the CEO of Aegis School of Data Science and Cybersecurity. With over 24 years of experience and exposure to higher education, edutech, and entrepreneurship, innovation, skilling, data science, AI, and telecom, Mr. Bhupesh is the managing trustee of Aegis Knowledge Trust. We are immensely delighted to have you with us, sir, today. I now request you to please deliver the special address.
Thank you so much for such a warm introduction, and welcome all of you, all the dignitaries, all the faculty members for this colloquium on AI, Metaverse and Fintech. And Dr. Prashant has really laid down foundation in very humorous way, but the problems are really real. The abstraction layer which AI, Metaverse, Fintech is actually building up, blockchain. We were just discussing in the room before coming over here that these are like a jargon, right? But beneath these jargons there is a hardcore technology, and beneath the hardcore technology there is a hardcore mathematical algorithms, and hardly 0.0001% human beings are capable of understanding those hard mathematical algorithms and formulas. And slight changes in these mathematical algorithms can create a havoc on all of us. And the real example, FTX, collapse of FTX, right? And collapse of FTX, what you will call? You will call it a public loot. It's a real money. Right, real money, as Prashant ji rightly said, okay, they are dealing in the cryptocurrency, but the cryptocurrency is bought by the real money, although the cryptocurrency is a virtual currency, and the pain is real. Millions of people, they lost their life saving within 24 hours, right? And those who robbed them, they are still roaming free, right? The country like US, which does the chest thumping that they're leader in the technology, they have absolutely no clue where the money has gone, who stole the money, how the crime was perpetrated. Even though you know that this is a crime, it is extremely difficult to actually prove that the crime has happened. Right? Tracing the money, where the money has gone, is huge challenge. And since all of you are the legal professionals, you're getting into a territory where you have current problems in this country, where you have millions of pending cases are there, which are backed by real solid legal practices and the constitution of this country, right? And you are getting into a place which is metaverse, and which is a mine of fraud, right? Which gives a massive platform for fraudsters and intelligent fraudsters to actually cheat millions and billions of people, and you are having no idea that how you're going to really handle. The law is not ready, right? We are still debating. We are debating on everything. The technology is not mature. Metaverse technology is not mature. Like, if the harassment happens on the metaverse, what you're going to do? What kind of cases you're going to really file, right? So these are the real issues, and how you're going to really trace that who has done the fraud, right? Because most of us, we have no understanding about actually going inside the algorithm, right? Even if you really imply or the Data Privacy Act, you don't know who has stolen the data, who owns the data, where the data is lying. Data forensic, privacy, security becomes a real issue, right? So I have no solution, but the technology in last 10 years is growing exponentially, right? And the way we have learned so far, we have learned in a very linear fashion, right? And this learning habits we have acquired over the millions of years, right? And in just last 10 years, since this technology is growing exponentially, our genetic capability of learning linearly is becoming an obstacle. Our human mind is not capable of digesting so much of information, so much of data, and we are unable to take the decisions. With this note, I close my opening note, and I welcome all of you. That whole day we will discuss, deliberate upon these various aspects. We'll discuss about the opportunities, not only the challenges, and throw challenges to these young minds so that you folks can really come up with solution, build this country a strong country, build strong governance model, bring a legal framework in this country which will be backed up by technology. While fraudsters are using these technologies for their personal benefit, you folks can use this technology to really fight them and build a better country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for emphasizing upon the effect of the crime involving virtual money and the physical impact of it. You have rightly pointed out on the lack of awareness of the cyber algorithms in the society and its inverse relationship with the growth of the law. Thank you so much for your valuable insights. I now request our Registrar, Professor Dr. Anil G. Verret, sir, to kindly deliver the presidential address.
Respected Chief Guest of the Day, Advocate Prashant Mali, Guest of Honor, Sri Bhuvesh Daheria, other resource persons and the guests, Mr. Jayendra Jurkar, Dr. Kisu Daswani, my colleagues, Mr. Milind Gawai, Dr. Tanya, Dr. Sapnil Bengali, Dr. Garima Pal, Astha Bari, Dr. Anand Rao, the HOD, and all my other colleagues in the staff, and those who have joined here today as participants in this program. A warm greeting to you all on behalf of the Maharashtra National Law University, and also on behalf of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Dilip Bouquet, and from the entire Maharashtra National Law University Mumbai family. I am happy to be here on behalf of our Vice Chancellor on this first colloquium on artificial intelligence, fintech, metaverse, and human rights. I find 4 things over here, and the first 3 things totally unknown to me. I have something which I know is only with respect to human rights, and my distance with other 3 things, basically technology, could have been measured better in terms of light years till recently, when I was not at all comfortable with technology, and I used to depend heavily on my juniors and students for support. But I have got some interface or some interaction with the technology thanks to the COVID-19, when we had to deliver the online lectures. I was very skeptical about coming online and giving lectures, and for me it was rather a surprise at that time, when you can speak to people, you can see and talk to the people at different places, and we found that people from abroad are addressing our own students. Especially, I recall Dr. Swapnil Bengali has facilitated a session by Dr. Christy Harrington from, so yes, she was also addressing, so it was very good, it was a good exposure for me. Then I started recalling my childhood, where my grandmother used to tell a lot of stories, especially stories from epics. There I heard about the weapons, including bows and arrows, trishuls and everything, which had power to go attack and take different directions and come back to the sender himself. And also I heard about the Pushpak Viman, which was artificial intelligence driven, I feel. See, that time as a child, it was not digesting my mind. I thought, how is it possible without anybody control, any human being control? Is it possible? Is it possible to have a self-automated aeroplane? Or can be an arrow which can go shoot, strike the target and come back? Sending an arrow we can digest, but coming back it's undigestible. But now, after the technology has developed and after seeing the scope of artificial intelligence, I feel that it would have been, though not a reality, again, it was an imagination which led to the invention today. Right from the beginning of civilization, every person, a human being, wanted to reach out to his fellow man, maybe because of basic necessities. And those necessities and attempt to reach out has led to innovations. And all these innovations have changed the life of humanity like anything. See, again, I don't know what is Metaverse, but I understood that it is creating certain replica of the real life situation. Then I suddenly recollected the experience when Duryodhana and others went to the Indraprastha, and they were tied up in illusory water and other atmosphere. So it was all maybe imagination, but those imaginations has given rise to all these innovations, technological advances. Now we cannot live without technology. Yesterday some material was supplied to me by Ms. Riddhi, where it is written that right from payment to entertainment, you are governed by technology. So everything we do today, even now you will understand Professor Laura Edgar of Queen Mary University London will be joining this program online. So this is how we are connected with technology. And today being the Human Rights Day, I should also greet you on a happy Human Rights Day, because all these developments have human rights impact, which were not understood or which was not known to us, viewing to the traditional concept of human rights. And just our chief guest was telling that people say there is no law, they are techies, not like that. See, I used to understand. See, the invention of telephone has changed the communication system in the world drastically. So initially telephone was treated as a toy. So you may know who has invented telephone. Who? Graham. Here, see, it was invented in somewhere in 1876. See, I will tell you, as early as in 1870, Alexander Graham Bell as well as one Elisha Gray, they have independently developed a model of telephone. Understand? Both of them rushed to the US Patent Office with their model to get patent rights. And the legal battle was won by Graham Bell, and now the invention is in his name. So legal dispute is coexisting with technology right from the beginning. So you can understand the thing. Even I have noted that even before this invention, there had been at least two instances. One in 1849 by an Italian scientist, Antonio Musi, and in 1854 by a French person, Charles Brauzel. Telephone was developed, but they did not patent their invention. Therefore, they are not in the field today. Invention is the name of Graham Bell. So every development has some or other, every development in science and technology has some or other legal aspect. So I must congratulate the postgraduate Department of Law in Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, to have a thought on integrating law and technology, and also to initiate such colloquium so that it will impart certain exposure and certain level of knowledge to people who are not techno-savvy like me. So congratulations, and I think that the sessions and deliberations which the experts will be having with you will go way ahead in the field of technology and law. Once again I wish all success for the program and wish you all good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experiences and struggles with technology and your very obvious amusements at the growth of technology today and its intrinsic link with the human rights. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the various committees and the coordinators. Further, I extend my warm welcome to all the faculty members, teaching and non-teaching staff, technical staff, members of the organizing committee, and students and attendees who have joined us today for the inaugural on both the platforms, online as well as offline. Before we begin with our first session themed Fintech, I request the participants to please take care of certain announcements. For the sake of clarity, I repeat, the first session Fintech is going to take place in the same hall, that is Conference Hall 3, and it is common for all. We will be beginning with our first session shortly. The silence is appreciated. Thank you for being a lovely audience. We look forward for your presence in the next session. Thank you so much. I request the participants to please remain seated.